Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to COP28 Korean Pavilion. Today, for the fostering hydrogen mobility ecosystem from Korean models to global practices. I am Lee Hye-jin, a team leader of Hydrogen Business Development Group in SK E&S. It is a great honor to have you here today as we embark on global journey that started from Korea, the place that shows off a high-quality hydrogen mobility ecosystem worldwide. Thank you very much for all the distinguished guests and participants here in this event. Before we dive to our program, we'll take a group photo of today's distinguished guest. Please come out to the stage for a moment and stand on the same position as shown on the screen. Please. Please stand facing the camera and we'll take a picture. Okay. We'll take a Okay. Please return to the seat now. Thank you for cooperation. Now, we are going to start the event in earnest. Firstly, the opening speech of this event will be made by Ms. Han Hwa-jin, the Minister of Environment, Republic of Korea. Please welcome Her Excellency Minister Han onto the stage.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Armida Alishabana, Executive Secretary of UNESCOP, and all the participants from GGGI, SKENS, Hyundai Motor, and K-Water for attending today's event. It's a great pleasure to be here and share the experience on the hydrogen mobility ecosystem with all of you. Hydrogen is emerging as a promising energy source on a global scale, especially in the era of climate crisis. The global hydrogen market is projected to reach about $2 trillion by 2050. Countries are focusing on investments in building their capabilities and being the first in the global hydrogen market. The Korean government also aims to foster a hydrogen economy as a new growth engine, which is part of an effort to achieve its 2030 NDC target and remain competitive in zero energy mobility market. As a result, Korea has gained the largest share in global hydrogen mobility market, over 50% market share in the first quarter of this year. Korea's export on hydrogen vehicles grew by more than 3 times compared to last year, continuing unrivaled growth. Korean companies are making significant contributions to building a hydrogen mobility ecosystem. SKENS is preparing to operate a liquefied hydrogen production facility that will improve the efficiency of hydrogen capture and transport. Hyundai Motor is preparing to produce a green hydrogen using organic waste biogas like sewage sludge, while K-Water produces it by using hydropower-based electrolysis technology. Today's event is indeed to share some of those best examples with the rest of the world. The MOUs to be signed today will also pave the way for sharing our experiences and replicating best practices across the world. This year, Korea launched a carbon-free energy initiative which aims to harness various carbon-free clean energy sources, including hydrogen, for a global net zero future. We also endorsed the Global Renewables and Energy Efficiency Pledge, a proposal presented by the COP28 presidency. I'd like to reaffirm that the Ministry of Environment is committed to achieving carbon neutrality and promoting the global hydrogen mobility ecosystem. Once again, thank you for joining us, and I hope this event could further enhance our collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. It was a great pleasure having your warm words of encouragement and greetings. Next, we are honored to have Ms. Armida Ali-Shabana, the Executive Secretary of UNESCOP, who will deliver a keynote speech for this event. She's going to share the insight on methane reduction and hydrogen for the climate change response. Please welcome Ms. Ali-Shabana onto the stage.
Excellency Madam Han Wajin, Minister of Environment of the Republic of Korea, colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to join this event organized by the Ministry of Environment of the Republic of Korea on methane reduction, which is also a major source of this greenhouse gas emission and also a major focus of this COP. As methane is over 80 times more potent than CO2 in a 20-year time frame, its reduction is not only the most efficient and cheapest, but also the most impactful step we can take. Rapidly reducing methane emissions, especially from the energy and agricultural sectors, could reduce global temperature rises by nearly 0.3 degrees. This is crucial for maintaining the possibility of staying within the 1.5 degrees limit. Therefore, it is very critical that the energy sector, responsible for about 40% of methane emission, leads this change, and that major emitting countries implement bold national action. Recent political agreements and action plans, such as those by the EU, the US, and China, are commendable steps towards tracking and reducing methane emissions. It is also encouraging that 50 oil companies last week pledged to reach near zero methane emissions and end routine flaring in their operations by 2030. In support of such actions, we need to build regional cooperation. COP26 launched the Global Methane Pledge, and this COP aims to mobilize increasing participation and commitment from countries and industries. Regional cooperation could significantly complement this global partnership as well as the national action. So therefore, I'm very pleased to welcome the commitment of the Republic of Korea through the Ministry of Environment to contribute to this global effort through a methane partnership with ASEAN. I hope this partnership can support developing regional cooperation on policy and technology for jointly advancing immediate and impactful measures. Lastly, we need to find diverse options for accelerating the energy transition. As showcased in this side event, hydrogen production from landfills and bio-waste gases can be an effective technical and economic solution to reduce methane emissions. Moreover, hydrogen as a versatile energy carrier can significantly aid the low-carbon transition in chemical and steel industries, back up intermittent renewable energy production, scale up low-carbon transport system, and support the economic transition of fossil fuel-producing countries by turning them into green hydrogen producers. In particular, with its ability to store energy over extended periods, hydrogen can support a stabilizing power supply, thereby enabling the rapid expansion of renewables. In this regard, I call on strengthening concerted multilateral efforts to realize the full potential of hydrogen, particularly green hydrogen. This requires cooperation on developing strategies, roadmap, as well as substantial investment in technology and innovation. In conclusion, the fight against climate change hinges on our collective ability to reduce methane emission and harness the transformative power of hydrogen. I'm very pleased to have the strong commitment of the Republic of Korea to play a leading role in these efforts, and I look forward to collaborating closely with the government as well as industry to advance our regional action. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Alishabana. We have reached the pivotal moment of this event. We already had the MOU signed in advance due to limited space, as you can see. So, the purpose of this MOU is expand leading cases of hydrogen mobility ecosystem in Korea to global range with participation of Ministry of Environment, Global Green Growth Institute, Korea Water Resource Corporation, Hyundai Motor Company, and SK E&S. Please welcome the representatives from each organization onto the stage again for the commemorative photography. Please come to the stage for a moment again and stand in the same position as shown on the screen. We expect this agreement will strengthen our strategic partnership and collaboration to expand well-established leading cases of hydrogen mobility ecosystem in South Korea. Yeah. Thank you very much for all the organization for the ceremonies. Please go back and take a seat. Now, we will watch a short video clip. This video clip is not only about demonstrating the hydrogen business situation in South Korea, but rather tracing the journey to pioneer Korea's hydrogen mobility ecosystem for the net zero society that Minister of Environment and SK are pursuing. Then let's play the video.
수소는 국가 온실가스 감축 목표 달성을 위해 꼭 필요한 에너지원입니다. 서울시도 수소 사회로의 전환을 준비하고 있습니다. 수소는 친환경 에너지로서 탄소 감축의 현실적인 대안이라고 생각하며 머지않아 수소 시대가 열릴 것이라고 생각합니다.
차량 한 대 한 대 움직이는 것들이 이제 일종의 움직이는 그 공기청정기 역할을 한다 그러면 적어도 우리 시내버스가 다니는 곳에 대해서는 공기를 좀 정화시키는 효과가 있지 않을까 그런 생각도 좀 많이 해봤어요.
일반 경유버스보다 소음과 진동이 적어서 편안한 것 같고요. 무엇보다 우리 아이들이 살아갈 환경에 기여할 수 있다는 게 가장 뿌듯한 것 같습니다.
Now, the representative of 5 organizations will deliver the presentations. They will present contributing to develop the hydrogen mobility ecosystem, especially in South Korea, with the introduction of its organization and core business. There is some short shift in seats, so let's start it again. I will introduce Mr. So Yu-seop, a vice president and the head of Hydrogen Business Development Group of SK E&S. He will give a presentation for constructing liquefied hydrogen mobility ecosystem in Korea. Please welcome Mr. So Yu-seop onto the stage.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yu-seop So, Vice President of SK E&S. SK E&S wants to be a carbon neutral energy provider and therefore has tried to build a clean hydrogen ecosystem in Korea. Korea already kickstarted the era of the hydrogen economy, as you saw in the previous video clip. I will explain the progress of SK efforts to contribute to net zero of Korea. All of us here know that the climate change is the immediate challenge to humans. So Korea set the 2030 end target to lower greenhouse gas emission by 190 per million ton per year. To hit the target, the Korea government has been trying to focus on 2 key sectors, power and transportation. As you see, the 2030 target reduction for both sectors is around 40%. Like other developed countries, expansion of renewable energy has been aggressively executed, and passenger vehicles has been rapidly converted to battery electric over the past 5 years. However, there are some issues, such as intermittency of renewable energy and limitation of battery technology. Renewable energy always has an intermittency problem that leads to a supply-demand mismatch. We would look to ESS as a solution, but high costs make it difficult. Also, the high weight and low energy density of batteries prohibit the adoption of commercial electric vehicles, even though commercial vehicle cause over 60% of greenhouse gas emission in the transportation sector. I believe the hydrogen is the key solution to overcome these issues. Hydrogen fuel cell can operate 24/7. The lightweight and high energy density of hydrogen could run commercial vehicle with clean hydrogen energy. With this characteristic hydrogen, the transportation sector can immediately contribute to the net zero. First, the hydrogen mobility value chain is already established in Korea because of Hyundai Motors' advanced fuel cell technology. Hyundai already commercialized the hydrogen commercial city bus, coach bus, and heavy-duty trucks. Second, SK, Hyosung, and Doosan will produce liquid hydrogen to have a competitive advantage over gaseous hydrogen. Also, other methods to produce clean hydrogen, such as biogas reformer and electrolyzation using hydropower, will be commercialized in the near future. Third, several players, including SK Group, have aggressively built hydrogen refueling stations nationwide. Finally, the most importantly, the government is expected to sustain every value chain stakeholder until demand is sufficient to make profit. Various types of policy incentive are already available in Korea that are designed to increase the market penetration of hydrogen vehicles. We expect that the government to maintain favorable policies to provide necessary support for the eco-friendly vehicle market. SK Group is putting in a consistent effort to solve environmental problems by utilizing the advantages of hydrogen energy. SK aimed to achieve the world's largest production system of 30,000 tons per year of liquid hydrogen by the end of this year. In this project, SK is cooperating with Incheon City, which has a vision of becoming a global leading hydrogen city, and will replace 500 city buses with hydrogen buses next year, just for 1 year. Also, the additional production of 250,000 tons of blue hydrogen will make SK Group the world's largest #1 clean hydrogen company. On the right side, you can see the aerial view of SK hydrogen liquefaction plants in Incheon. It started producing liquid hydrogen this week. It is the largest liquefaction hydrogen plant in the world and will support the spread of the hydrogen commercial vehicles. For stable and continuous supply of liquid hydrogen, securing captive demand is necessary. It is very important. And in this regard, SK signed the hydrogen bus combustion agreement with the bus fleet operator. And the number of the buses contracted to date is 5,600 units, which will consume all the liquid hydrogen that SK will produce every year. Along with these contracts and demand, SK is now constructing 32 liquid hydrogen refueling stations, and we are targeting to have 40 by the end of 2024. Hyundai Motors is continuously advancing the development of hydrogen commercial vehicles. Currently, over 400 city buses are running on the road, and commuter buses are gradually increasing as customers recognize its technical reliability and affordability. Keeping pace with technical developments, SK signed the MOU with central and local governments such as Seoul, Busan, and Incheon to work together for constructing hydrogen ecosystem. We believe that developing hydrogen mobility industry will massively impact the whole value chain of hydrogen, as well as contribute to achieve NDC target of Korea. Most importantly, the hydrogen ecosystem that the Korea government has made might be considered as a good example for other global members who are looking for a reference of successful eco-friendly roadmap in each countries. This is the end of my presentation, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. So. Next presentation will be made by Mr. Park Cheol-yeon, the head of Global Hydrogen Business Subdivision of Hyundai Motor Company. The title of this presentation is Waste to Hydrogen. Please welcome Mr. Park onto the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Cheol-yeon Park. I'm the Vice President of the Hyundai Motor Company, their Global Hydrogen Business Division. Firstly, I'd like to appreciate to COP28 together with the Minister of Environment for inviting me and giving me opportunity to speak at this moment, introduce our project that have been underway, a part of the effort to building hydrogen ecosystem in Korea. And moreover, it is honorable to me to sign the MOU today. I have strong confidence that this event will be a meaningful step to foster the global expansion of the Korean hydrogen mobility ecosystem. Now, let me begin my presentation on the waste hydrogen project, especially on producing clean hydrogen from the waste resources and its use cases. Okay, before going into the detail, I wanted to highlight the importance of the action to reduce the methane, which is one of the 6 major greenhouse gases and the primary cause of the global warming. Meanwhile, the effect more than the methane, the effect of more than 25% of the global warming, and is the 80 times carbon dioxide is trapping heat in the atmosphere. What is the noteworthy here is that the majority of the global methane emission are result of the human activities. While the methane emission, the source are mostly energy sector, such as the oil and the natural gas system, it is also generated by food waste that is thrown away every day in landfills, as well as sewage treatment and the livestock farms that are not separable the human life. Especially, I'd like to highlight here during the COP26, over 150 countries pledged to reduce the methane their emission at least 30% by 2030. Okay, now Hyundai Motor Company and our affiliate companies of our group are bringing the new environmental solution that enable us to cut down the methane emission and building hydrogen ecosystem. We are currently turning organic waste resources such as food waste and the sewage sludges that are easily accessible to generate the biogas and convert into the hydrogen. The hydrogen produced from the biogas can be used for eco-friendly mobility, electricity generation, and diverse type of the hydrogen application. This waste to hydrogen business contribute to the circular economy and daily food waste collected by hydrogen-powered garbage truck and turned into the hydrogen, which is used to refuel the trucks to clean up the communities like a virtuous circle. This is precisely why Hyundai Motor Group is focusing on the waste to hydrogen beyond the developing hydrogen mobility. Yeah, now I would like to present 2 facilities are the center of the waste to hydrogen project in Korea that Hyundai Motor Group has participated in. Cheongju is operating successfully to produce 500 kilograms the hydrogen daily basis from 60 tons of food waste, and the Cheongju will produce 500 per day from 120 tons of the sewage sludges, which is under preparation, and it is expected to be started from the beginning of 2025. Hyundai Motor Group is offering the comprehensive and packaged solution from the hydrogen production to its utilization and application by concentrating our business capabilities across the entire hydrogen value chain. For the upstream part of the value chain, we are currently developing a business that uses the biogas and plastic waste as well for hydrogen production. For the downstream end, the hydrogen produced from the waste sources is utilized power fuel cell system and mobility developed by Hyundai Motor Company. And also the application of the hydrogen will be diversified going forward. We are confident that our hydrogen package business will contribute to the circular economy in the hydrogen society. Okay, lastly, as you are aware, realizing the hydrogen society at the global level of this challenging task. Many countries are experiencing difficulties due to the high initial investment cost is building large-scale hydrogen infrastructure. However, the social value of the waste to energy go beyond addressing the waste treatment problem, because even in the countries with insufficient resources, the model helps them to develop the mini hydrogen hub at the regional level of the using locally produced waste. It also enables energy independence by reducing the cost of hydrogen production, transportation, and storage processes. If we bring together this facility to form our industrial cluster, we believe this will ultimately accelerate the realization of the hydrogen society. Starting with the ASEAN region, Hyundai Group will continue to make our effort to create the global hydrogen ecosystem by actively supporting ODA project and building partnership with private energy companies through the joint investment. Thank you for your attention, and Hyundai Group will continue our best effort to bring our world closer to the hydrogen society. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Park. The third presentation will be made by Mr. Chung Hyun-bum, General Manager of Climate Change and Carbon Neutral Business Department in K-Water. The presentation's title is Green Hydrogen of K-Water. Please welcome Mr. Chung Hyun-bum onto the stage.
Hello everyone. I'm General Manager Hyun-bum Chung from K-Water, who is in charge of dam and water supply in South Korea. I'm going to talk about the green hydrogen of K-Water today. I will introduce hydrogen overview to green hydrogen business of K-Water. In the past, not quite long, when we were young, the prediction of climate change, it seems to power away from our life, but now we have already experienced and lived through these climate changes. The global temperature has risen by 1.1 degrees Celsius, so we are facing extreme water events such as rising sea level, increasing drought and flooding. Now responding the climate crisis is no longer an isolated task for individual or a few developed countries. It has become a responsibility for everyone, every nation in the planet. So REBAC, which has been actually voluntary campaign by global major enterprises, is turning into carbon taxes of EU and the US, which is mandatory, not an option anymore, in order to survive in global market. So Korea government is preparing for reducing the greenhouse gas emissions by 40% until 2030 based on 2018. Also, the carbon neutrality, the scenario is currently in progressing in South Korea. So South Korea is preparing for a shift to hydrogen economic and hydrogen society. As you can see the slide, the hydrogen car, bus, trucks have been already developed and commercialized by Hyundai Motors, who is attending this conference today. And so Korea government is preparing, for adopting the 30,000 hydrogen vehicle and 70 liquefied hydrogen station by 2030. As you know, the production cost of clean hydrogen is much expensive than gray hydrogen. So, yeah, of course, it is important to reduce, it is important to improve the efficiency or facility optimization through the ongoing R&D. But initial government support is more significant than reducing cost. So government is preparing for CHPS and hydrogen certification and hydrogen incentive beginning of next year. So I think this policy is very important to foster the environment that encourage investment or innovation in clean hydrogen sector. a shift from gray to clean hydrogen has been is not only the policy of Korea government but it's global trend toward clean hydrogen. As you can see the slide, there are so many investments and projects. Of course, they may want to take an initiative in global market, but also this investment or project can eventually reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. Kyoto is established in 1967, began as a national industry complex construction and dam and water supply management. But in the early 2000s, Kyoto focused on new and renewable energy such as hydropower and tidal power, and floating solar system, hydro summer, and green hydrogen. With the motto of creating value from water. So total capacity, our capacity is 1.4 gigawatt with more than 100 power plants. So Korea has become #1 company in renewable energy sector now. This slide shows how to produce the green hydrogen. Green hydrogen has absolutely carbon neutral process with zero gas emissions. Green hydrogen mainly requires two components. One is renewable energy, and second is pure water. So green hydrogen can use many ways. It's like a gas station, fuel cell, and industry after producing. So as I mentioned before, K-Water has the largest renewable energy and plus purification technology. So based on this strengths, K-Water will or can be grow into the top position in green hydrogen sector in the near future. So I introduced green hydrogen business of K-Water. This is the first project, green hydrogen project in Seongnam water treatment plant. Using hydropower plant, 0.7 gigawatt, and they produce 180 kilogram per day using 600 kilowatt alkaline electrolyzers. Construction has been complete, and all relative license is already completed last month. This slide shows, the overview diagram. I can see water goes to the, and then hydropower is installed #1, and the renewable energy goes to the #2, which is yellow line, and then clean water also goes to #2 from clean well. So after the produce the gas go to the #3, which is the charging station, who will develop the Hyundai Motors. The second project is green hydrogen project in Ansan with wind power, which is 3 megawatt, and then produce 244 kilogram per day using 1.25 alkaline electrolyte as well. This project is under construction now, and it will finish at the beginning of next year, I hope. And the primary difference from Seongnam is an installation energy storage system. Unlike Seongnam project, Ansan project forecast intermittency because of wind power. So we have to install the ESS to prevent intermittency. Also, we're using wind power generator #1, and the electrolyzer is installing in #2, and after the next year the charging station will be installed next year. The last project is Chungju and Miryang Green Suso project. We may get many datas and know-how or how to safely operate, how to optimize the green hydrogen system. And based on this experience, we will try to develop this Chungju and Mirang project beginning of next year to 2027. This is roadmap of K-Water. Our goal is to produce more than 30,000 tons per year, which is, I think, can contribute to the 1% of government's goal, the 300 tons per year. Our government, last year or 2 years ago, our government tried to cooperate with the UAE. So K-Water also hope to, collaborate with the UAE in sooner or later. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Jang. Next, Mr. Park Jae-geun, Secretary of Air Quality Future Strategy Division in Ministry of Environment, will give a presentation for Korean hydrogen mobility policies focused on vehicles and charging stations. Please welcome Mr. Park onto the stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jae-geun Park, working for the Ministry of Environment. Today, I'm here to talk about Korean hydrogen mobility policies, focusing on hydrogen vehicles and charging stations. The presentation will be divided into 4 sections. The first section will explore hydrogen economy transition basic plan, which can be considered as the basic framework for hydrogen economy. The second section will cover the status of hydrogen vehicles and charging stations. And in third and fourth sections, the deployment policies of hydrogen vehicles and hydrogen charging stations will be touched. Hydrogen economy transition basic plan aims to build a hydrogen economy value chain. It is structured about 4 main strategies and 15 sub-tasks. The first main strategy is to produce clean hydrogen domestically and internationally. The second main strategy is to build a comprehensive hydrogen infrastructure. Hydrogen pipeline and hydrogen charging stations are included. The third main strategy is to promote the use of hydrogen in everyday life. And the fourth strategy is to strengthen the hydrogen ecosystem foundation. As of October 2023, in Korea, we had almost 34,000 hydrogen vehicles. Among them, hydrogen passenger vehicle NEXO takes up almost 98% of it, which means that hydrogen buses and trucks started being mass-produced in recent years. And 271 charging stations were installed nationwide. However, the deployment policy or deployment condition for hydrogen vehicles is not yet ideal. While there were over 50 different types of electric vehicles, there was only one type of hydrogen passenger vehicle available. And using hydrogen vehicles are more expensive compared to electric vehicles. And more charging stations are needed. Hydrogen vehicles, especially hydrogen commercial vehicles with short charging time, and long driving range are essential for the carbon neutrality of commercial vehicles. For this, Korean government is providing the subsidy for the purchase of hydrogen vehicles ranging from 25,000 US dollars up to $700,000, depending on the type of a vehicle. In addition to purchase subsidy, acquisition tax exemptions and fuel subsidies are also provided for hydrogen buses. Designation of hydrogen mobility specialized zone is another important measure to promote hydrogen vehicles. As the number of hydrogen charging stations increase, they are becoming test beds for new hydrogen economy business models. However, safety issues are still obstacles to the construction of hydrogen charging stations. Regarding with this, Korean government has announced a strategic plan of installing at least one hydrogen charging station in each local government. Also, Korean government support 50 to 70% of construction cost. And Korean government is also sort of simplifying the permission procedures for the faster administrative procedures. Lastly, Korean government is also trying to introduce various forms of charging facilities, including mobile hydrogen fuel supply facility, in order to help for the installation of hydrogen facilities that are tailored to the needs of each region. I think this is it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Park. The final presentation will be made by Mr. Shin Kyung-nam, Assistant Director General of the Global Green Growth Institute, titled Opportunities and Challenges in Building a Hydrogen Ecosystem. Please welcome Mr. Shin.
Thank you. So, opportunity and challenges in building hydrogen ecosystem. I must be very quick, given 5 minutes. 3 sections. First one is who we are, GGGI. Second section will be how can I contribute to net zero from the perspective of green hydrogen. Last section, who are our consortium partner? What is the lesson we must pursue? We are GGGI, Global Green Growth Institute, an international organization, treaty-based UN special agency. We are currently working with 17 countries, including 48 member countries. Our total number of people, more than 700 people working in HQ in Seoul and then 45 overseas offices. If you can see here the bottom of this, our last year project overview. So far, we achieved more than 10 billion US dollars project financing. Within 2 years, the amount will be reached 14 billion US dollars. This was last year our result overview. Then how can we contribute attainment of net zero? I must say that currently we are working with multi-country, including Indonesia, Nepal, India, Morocco, and then also going to be work with also Vietnam as well. So basically, as you know, green hydrogen, this is a very important tool, decarbonize. energy intensive industries from gray to green color, green hydrogen. And then this is actually, we need to understand how can we achieve this target through our 4 projects currently ongoing very well. The first one will be Indonesia. I think also Executive Secretary from UNESCO will understand that this area, North Sumatra, this is actually, we are currently working with Bapanas and then also stakeholders and the North Sumatra governors. These projects are, we complete already pre-feasibility study, moving to the feasibility study. And then our pilot project, 10 megawatt, small scale, but we can aiming to 1 gigawatt project in 3 years. So we expect this one will be the first very fast project, and successful story will come from this project. Once we produce this green hydrogen and convert into ammonia, we also bring them up to near industrial zone and possibly also to Korea and other interest countries. India, this project is also working on a very good track now. Currently, we are trying to achieve a small scale, 150 megawatt only, and the target area is the special economic zone in Gujarat. Still, we are now conducting feasibility study, but once we achieve this project development, we can expect more than 10,000 tons per year. And then this green hydrogen will be converted to green ammonia, will be used for production of fertilizer and exporting neighboring countries. Nepal. These are other projects currently working on, and the field study will complete March next year. We expect also cheap energy sources such as hydropower. This is very low price, and using electrolyzer approach, producing green hydrogen. Nepal is also one of the countries importing green ammonia fertilizer, so it can be also replacing their product, not to be any more import from other countries. Morocco is now another country. Currently, GIZ and then KfW is developing this green hydrogen project, but we are also tapping on new project using solar farm and then wind power. Morocco has abundant renewable energy, so we are using this one. And then currently, Masan is now very much supportive, providing project site and then also required services. We already allocated resources for project development, and then hopefully we can get a very detailed feasibility study early next year. And then what challenge in building a hydrogen ecosystem? If you can see several questions, currently we are now thinking of hydrogen transition, very, very expensive. How can ensure the low-cost capital alongside innovative financing? If you take a look at all these questions, we need to focus on 4 major points. First one is financing. No financing, no project. How can ensure project cost-effective way, and what is our innovative financing mechanism? Very important point we can think about it. Second one, technology. Well, I'm very happy to see that also many companies has a fantastic technology, ensure the project moving on. So we need to also consider technology. Third one is infrastructure. Without this infrastructure, I cannot reach out the final goal. With the financing, low cost energy, and the technology, we can ensure that very solid project infrastructure can be well structures, such as global hydrogen program. We need to also understand that what is comprehensive P2X. How can converting power into infrastructure, energy infrastructure? We need to consider different kind of technology and cost-effective way, and very good portfolio, pipeline development, and also consider storage and then transport, port facilities. The most important thing is the partnership. Now we are get together here, working together as one team. I'm very happy to see that strong support from Ministry of Environment, Korean government, and the Hyundai Motors, K-Water, and SK E&S. We are actually trying to find out the best synergy from our side, make our more effective, efficient project development overseas, and then these 4 funds consortium working together invite more like a better approach, importing low cost, very high quality green ammonia hydrogen to Korea and make Korea's economy to achieve the target like compliance by 2030, 2050. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shin. Please give him a big round of applause again. Now it's time to have a Q&A session. If you have any question about the presentation, please raise your hand. Yes, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Deepak Agrawal from Avada Group, India. Avada is also an energy transition company, currently into a renewable energy IPP with 4,000 megawatt operational capacity, and we ourselves are setting up a green hydrogen and all the other green molecules plant in India. And Korea is one of the important markets for us, where we are focusing on exports of these green molecules from India to Korea. So my first question to some of the speakers is, can you help us understand here, while the focus is clearly here is on getting green hydrogen, but we still see in a lot of private conversations that the preference is going for blue hydrogen versus green. So can you help us understand, is it purely from a commercial perspective, which could be a transitionary phase, or whether you see that both of them will be a significant contributor to Korea's decarbonization plan?
Which company can
Maybe
answer?
someone from Hyundai and from
Yeah.
Green Growth, if they can answer it. Yeah.
Yes. So very interesting, like you're currently working on green hydrogen project in India. Yes, we are very much learned from you as well. But basically, we are not targeting green infrastructure, not blue hydrogen. The reason is why blue is not actually part of our initial target, cannot be counted as well to achieve our net zero like compliance. And then absolutely producing a green hydrogen is very important. However, as I mentioned to you before here, cost-effective way. This is a really critical issue now. I don't know which one you are using, like source of energy, but this is a very important point. Second one is financing. Project must be well designed and attractive, bring the financing. We are also trying to mobilize financing private sector resources as well as concessional loan as well. And then this is actually, I'm very happy to see more and more detail. But again, the most important is technology. No technology, no project. Only technology can help us achieve the target. So we can think about it 3 different dimension perspective. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. Yeah, actually, of course, we are aiming the green hydrogen globally to every countries as well. As the doctor explained to you, at this moment, the stage we are standing on, we need to realize, also admit our current status of the green hydrogen technology and then the financing the capacity as well. In my understanding, many big countries and then the advanced countries like US and European, and they are subsidized a lot to promote the green hydrogen. However, it takes a little more time to achieve such a final fundamental green hydrogen. In our case, as I present to you, of course, this is the waste to energy. It's not 100% on the green hydrogen at this moment. However, such a midstream, the interim period of time is necessary to bridge the current situation to the final green hydrogen goals in the next stage. Of course, we continue to develop the research and development the areas of this green hydrogen as well. So then we are keeping on this kind of track to improve our green hydrogen technology, and when the period later, we can achieve the green hydrogen goals, in my point of view.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for question and the answering. Is there anybody who have question? We can have just one more question in this event. Ready? Okay. As we finally come to the end of this remarkable event, I want to express our gratitude to the distinguished guests and all the participants in this event. The insight shared today will truly accelerate the global expansion of hydrogen mobility accomplishment made in Korea. Again, I sincerely send appreciation to all the participants here for the successful event. We truly look forward to continuous engagement and collaboration. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.